In this video, we will be looking at, continuing to look at the review for the test over circles and ellipse. Let's focus in here on number 40. You will have a couple of these. This section is about writing the equation of an ellipse given the information. And here you're just given this an equation that you need to put into standard form. So number 40, we have 4x squared plus y squared minus 16x minus 14y minus 35 equals 0. All right, you can see a couple things here. This is an ellipse because we have a 4x squared and a 1y squared. So let's go ahead and put the x's together and the y's together. 4x squared minus 16x plus y squared minus 14y equals 35. All right. This 4x squared minus 16x, we're going to have to complete the square here. Now, I'm factoring out the 4, which is the coefficient of the x squared, and I'm left with 1x squared. Then it's minus 4x because 4 out of 16, 4 is a factor of 16, but it's 4 times negative 4x. So now this becomes my b term that I'm going to square. So I take half of 4, which is 2, and 2 squared is 4. So I've done all that in one step. And then here we have y squared minus 14y. Well, the 14 is my b term. I take half of that, which is 7, and square it, which is 49, equals 35. And over here, I didn't just add 4. I added 4 times 4, which is 16. And then here I added 49 to the left side. So I'm adding both of those to the right side as well. So now this factor of 4 continues to come down here. We hold on to that. But this x squared minus 4x plus 4 gets factored into x minus 2 squared. That's the half of 4 squared. And then again, half of 14 is 7. So this gets factored to y minus 7 squared. It's a perfect square. Y minus 7 squared equals, and then all of this adds up to 100. Now we have this coefficient of 4. So what we're going to do is we're going to divide all of this by 100. 100 divided by 100 gives 1. And then over here, this 4 over 100 will simplify to 1/25. So x minus 2 squared over 25 plus y minus 7 squared over 100 equals 1. And now we have this equation as an ellipse. You will have a couple of those. It won't look exactly like this one, but you will have to be able to complete the square and write the equation of an ellipse. All right, now let's look at the last page. We're going to look at 2 on here. What this section wants you to do is to classify the sections. I'm sorry. It wants you to classify each conic section and write the equation in standard form. All right, well, let me zoom in here at 46. What we know here is we have a 16x squared and a 49y squared, okay? So those are different. We're going to end up with an ellipse because we're going to have a different a squared and b squared term. But let's just work it out. So 16x squared, and then I'll put the, that'll be by itself. Now we have a plus 49y squared plus 196y equals, I move the minus 588 over and got positive 588. Now this part right here, sometimes I do this step all in one. So let me just show you. I'm factoring out 49. And then that leaves me y squared plus 4y because 49 times 4 is 196. So now I'm going to have to complete this square. So 16x squared plus 49 times y squared plus 4y plus 4. That's half of 4, which is 2, and 2 squared is 4. So I'm adding 4 to here, but I'm actually adding 4 times 49, which is the 196. So I added 196 to the right side as well. Now, when I put all this together, I have an equation, 16x squared plus 49 times y plus 2 squared. That's this factored. It's the factored form of this quadratic, equals 784. Now, we have these coefficients here. What we're going to do is we're going to divide everything by 784 to set this equal to 1. And 16 over 784 will simplify. If you divide the numerator and the denominator by 16, you'll get 1 over 49. So x squared over 49 plus, And then 49 over 784 simplifies to 1/16. So that's y plus 2 squared divided by 16 equals 1. And we do have an ellipse. Okay, you will have two of these to do. So you may have an ellipse and a circle. So let me take a look at what a circle would look like. Here you see that we have the x squared, 1x squared, and 1y squared. Okay, so it looks like we're not going to have a different a squared and b squared. So it looks like we're going to have a circle. So x squared plus 8x, I wrote the x's together, plus y squared minus 4y, and then the plus 19 becomes negative 19. Now we're going to complete this square here, the x squared plus 8x, by taking half of 8, which is 4, and squaring it, which is 16. So x squared plus 8x plus 16 completes that square. Don't forget to add 16 to the other side as well. Here, y squared minus 4y. Half of 4 is 2. 2 squared is 4. So we're adding 4 to this term and over here on the right side as well. Now we can factor this. X squared plus 8x plus 16 is x plus 4 squared. Plus, this factors to y minus 2 squared. And all of this equals 1. Now that may appear to be an ellipse because it equals 1. But again, if you think of this having a squared of 1 and a b squared of 1, everything's the same. So really, we just have a radius of 1 because the square root of 1 is 1. This is a circle. All right, and that concludes the video review for this test.